Today I'll show you how to debug session variables in Websphere portal. Like sometimes you want to debug what actual variables are set in session in your application. You want to examine like how much space is taking up. So one approach you can use is like start the portal server in debug mode and then set up the breakpoints, and then you can debug from there. Or IBM provides a specific servlet where you can inspect your session variables even on the live application. So for this you can enable this variable. Go to IBM web ext.xml in web-inf folder. Go to enable servling servlets by class name, set it to true. Then you need to access make a note of the context root of your application. So my request portlet is the context root, so you need to go to this context root and /servlet, and this is the servlet which exposes this all the session variables. So when you refresh, there are no session variables set yet. So go back to your application and let me see the code where I'm setting the session variable. So here I'm setting the session attribute as IUB attribute ABC portlet session scope. So let me go and check if that has been set. To invoke that piece of code, I need to just access this particular page. So this is how you debug your application if you are set up a debug point. So you can debug if you want. So this piece of code has been executed. You go back to the setting. So initially it was blank, so you go back and inspect, and here is the variable which has been set. This helps you to set like this is under portlet, this is under application scope, anything, this is the name of the attributes in portlet scope. So anything starting with javax portlet dot this is a random number. So these are all portlet scopes. Let's go and just verify. I'll set one more attribute here called session attribute 2. This is attribute 1. Let me do the republish. We'll go and inspect the servlet and see like whether the new attribute has been set or not. Okay, it's still publishing. It will take some time. Okay, let me go and inspect the servlet now. First I need to execute the piece of code which sets that servlet. So this is the debug mode. Again, you can step through the debug. Okay, the piece of code has been executed. You just refresh it and see here the attribute has been set. IUB attribute 1, IUB attribute 2. These are application scopes. So this is how you debug your session attributes. Thank you.